The former radio host, who was fired for allegedly inappropriately touching pop star Taylor Swift, testified in a civil trial Tuesday that their hands and arms touched as they got into position for a photo. Former KYGO morning show host David Mueller, known professionally as Jackson, said his right hand, in a closed fist with the palm down, came into contact with part of Swift's body. "I felt what seemed to be a rib cage or ribs," he said. Swift's attorney, in earlier opening statements, said Mueller is only suing her for money and fame, but an attorney for the ex-radio host countered by arguing that Swift had recklessly ruined his radio career by falsely accusing him of inappropriate touching. The civil lawsuit centers on Swift's allegation that Mueller inappropriately touched her during a June 2013 meet-and-greet at Denver's Pepsi Center Arena. KYGO is a CNN affiliate. Mueller was fired days after the incident. In 2015, Mueller sued Swift, her mother Andrea Swift, and her radio promotions director Frank Bell, claiming that the touching allegations are false. His suit argues that they pressured KYGO to fire him and that he lost his job because of the false accusations. Mueller is seeking $3 million in damages. Swift, who was 23 at the time of the incident, countersued Mueller, accusing him of reaching under her dress and grabbing her bottom as they posed for a photo. Her suit argues that KYGO terminated Mueller after its own independent investigation. The case is another variation on the he said she said nature of high-profile sexual assault allegations. Attorneys for Swift, one of the most powerful celebrities in the world, argued in opening statements that Mueller was using her notoriety and fame for his own gain. "He wants you to give him a payday," Doug Baldridge, Swift's attorney, told the 8-person jury. "His motivation is money, calling attention to himself, and getting revenge on his boss." A reckless accusation. The photo of that meet-and-greet, which was leaked last year and shown in court on Tuesday, will be a central piece of evidence in the trial. The photo shows Mueller with his hand hidden from view near Swift's lower back. Gabrielle McFarland, Mueller's attorney, said the photo was awkward but did not show any inappropriate underskirt touching. As Swift has alleged, if you look at that photo, his hand is not underneath her skirt. It's not ruffled, rumpled, affected in any form or fashion, he said. The accusation of misconduct was careless, it was reckless, and it was part of, in many ways, what has destroyed Mr. Mueller's life, said McFarland. McFarland also suggested that Mueller may have been a victim of mistaken identity and that Swift might be confusing him with another man who was there, but Baldridge, Swift's attorney, said the pop star was sure it was Mueller who touched her. Baldridge also argued that Mueller had repeatedly changed his story and had destroyed evidence in the case leading up to trial. He said Swift had been part of thousands of meet-and-greets but had never had an incident like what happened with Mueller. Swift, her mother, and Bell are expected to testify in court Tuesday. Swift wore a black and white checked dress with a collar and black tights and carried a beige handbag. She wore bright red lipstick and had her light brown hair pulled back in a bun with full bangs. Taylor Swift's counter-lawsuit argues that the case will serve as an example to other women who may resist publicly reliving similar outrageous and humiliating acts. Her suit also claims that any money recovered from the case will be donated to charitable organizations dedicated to protecting women from acts of sexual assault. Mueller, I. Want to clear my name in the stand. Mueller described his short meeting with Swift in 2013. Mueller and his girlfriend at the time, Shannon Melcher, complimented Swift and then posed for a photo. He testified, after the photo was taken, Taylor thanked them and she and Mueller shook hands. He testified. He said that his hand did not touch her butt and that he did not touch her inappropriately. A short time later, Mueller was approached by a security guard who accused him of inappropriately grabbing Swift, which he denied. He was kicked out of the concert and told he was banned for life from Taylor Swift shows. He said the next day, his bosses told him he was suspended without pay amid an investigation. He was fired a day after that. He testified. Mueller denied Baldridge's claim that he repeatedly changed his story and destroyed evidence. This has cost me my career, the thing I love to do, my passion, my radio, my income. It's been hard on my family and hard on my friends, Mueller said. I want to clear my name. Swift fans line up for seats. Jury selection began on Monday and continued into Tuesday. The jury questionnaire asked potential jurors several questions about their personal opinions on Swift. Do you have any opinion of singer Taylor Swift? Jurors were asked, have you ever considered yourself a fan of Taylor Swift? Jurors were also asked about their experiences with inappropriate touching. Mueller's attorney argued that Swift had made the case into a crusade for women's issues, stretching it beyond the incident in question. The jury is made up of 2 men and 6 women, to accommodate Swift's fans and other onlookers. The court designated 32 seats in the courtroom for the public. Outside the courthouse, a modest number of Swift fans lined up Tuesday for a seat in the courtroom and a glimpse at the star. Jacqueline Evans, a 32-year-old from Denver, said she was a huge Taylor Swift fan and admired the star for showing up at the trial. I think it's pretty cool that she's here to defend herself in person and not just kind of passing it off, she said. It shows that it's a serious issue to her and it's a really great experience for girls to see her come out and do that. CNN's Emanuela Grinberg, Scott McLean and Topher Gork Roger contributed to this report.